It's been such a privilege to be the resident choreographer of this company for the last 10 years. And I hope to continue to create work on Milwaukee Ballet. Milwaukee Ballet is my home and I love this organization. But officially this will be my last work as the resident choreographer. So I wanted to do something which celebrated both my time and my experience, but also the artists of this company. So the work is called The Kids Have Names, and it is a deep dive into the experience of a group of teenagers in a non-specific American high school. The title, The Kids Have Names, is just a reference to the fact that very often in the media, our youth are turned into statistics. And we just have to remember that we have to humanize them. They're not just a number, they are quite literally individual human beings. I first got the idea for this work back during the pandemic. Myself and Marie Favorel were put into the school faculty, and I hadn't spent time with teenagers for a very long time, and I just kept noticing how tired and stressed these 12, 13, 14-year-olds that I was teaching were. As time went on, I started to think, what are we putting these young people through? Even though that's not necessarily where the pieces ended, that was where I started to have this idea. I was a teenager in the 90s, so Pablo Honey was one of my favorite albums. It's like this piece has been, I always listen to this music. Whenever I hear music, I see steps to it. So in a way, this piece has been choreographing itself in my head for a lot of years. I think my favorite thing with working with Milwaukee Ballet is that the dancers automatically from day one start actively contributing themselves into the work. So complicated scenes that have a lot of acting and characterization, I don't have to micromanage what people are doing here because the artists are just so brilliant. It's not just me creating 9 characters, which in the end would become 9 parts of my personality. It's these 9 people are layering themselves into these characters, and for a lot of them, their characters, some of them are very much based on their own experiences, and their storylines in the ballet are very much based on their own experiences, which I think makes it a lot more personal for everybody involved. I have people who've been in every single one of my pieces since I've been in this company, more or less, and so they sort of automatically go into Tim's zone and, oh, he's going to like this if I do this, and they know how to build an entire environment as opposed to just repeating steps, which is something that takes experience and years of experience to really be able to do that. We spend half the rehearsal laughing, to be perfectly honest, because it's just too many funny people in one studio. There's a lot of comedy in this work. So I'm trying to create a very full experience. I just hope high schoolers feel recognized, heard and seen in this work. I've made the choice to set it back in the 90s and also to put the students or the dancers in school uniforms just because I didn't want it to be too real. I wanted to have an amount of separation between actual reality because I don't want this to be triggering. I want it to be thoughtful. My truth is, to be honest, is using this as my platform. Not many of us have a soapbox to stand on, and this is mine. So this is my opportunity to stand up and say, I think we should be thinking about this thing. In a lot of ways, I just really hope this work can provoke a conversation.